Hopefully y'all doing good. Hopefully y'all rocking y'all Halloween merch. It ain't even almost that time of the year. It's that season. I'm in that spooky mood. I'm ready for it. I want to give you my top 3 movies that are scary movies and that can't be beat. We got to start out Freddy Krueger. Robert Englund was the best ever to put on the skin of Freddy. It's not up for debate either. He lived and played that role impeccably. And I love when actors put on that skin and live in that. Like, I can't deny that. That makes a great movie, a great storyline, and an unbeatable pair of shoes you have to put on if you decide to play me after me. I just love when those actors dig deep for the characters they portray. I'm sorry, that man is unbeatable. Since he started that series and played it out for how long they kept him there, I don't know what the problem was for him not being in the, I think, 2010 version, whatever it was. The greatest. With the most recent change up, I'm sorry. Terrible play, terrible move. But I will say the storyline, impeccable. Okay? The person who directed it and wrote the new storyline, untouchable. I think the storyline was pieced together. I loved how the illusion was played out with the family of the kids that supposedly accused him but could never find his lair, which later on was found out it was left under the school, right? That was the best play in my mind, because every time they're looking for this layer, and it was never proven that Freddy actually ever touched these kids. And in this series of the 2010 one, they made it so realistic, like you couldn't find it. And then at the end of the day, these kids kept talking about a room, and it's just like, y'all are at school. How is he taking you from the school, from class, to the secret layer or the secret room, and then y'all like getting touched or whatever the case is? I thought the serial killer storyline that they made for that, crazy. I loved it. The actor, on the other hand, could never be Freddy. I'm sorry, brother. You put on a pair of shoes too big for you. Okay, you laced them up as tight as you could to walk in them. You didn't sound a bit intimidating. You did sound pedophilish though. You had the vibes for that, so I'm gonna give you that one. But other than that, your head was too big. Pause. I wasn't feeling it. You couldn't scare me if I was 6, bro. Like, I'm sorry. You wasn't living it like you was supposed to. Storyline crazy though. But I'm gonna have to say my favorite Freddy Krueger movie would probably be Nightmares on Elm Street Dream Warriors. I think it was. I think it was the third one, if I'm not mistaken, for sure. But last but not least, Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street catalog, the best ever. Will never be beat. I promise you that. While still on the topic of Freddy Krueger, my second pick will have to be Freddy versus Jason. I'm telling you now. When you see two of your favorites cross each other, unbelievable. I lost my mind when this happened. I swear to God. Like, when it first came out, I didn't get to see it in movies. I got it on the DVD though. But I'm telling you, I was upset about this. Why are my two favorite people crossing each other? Don't know why, but I fell in love with it as soon as I heard it happen. I was a bit upset because I'm just like, man, don't let two of my favorite people go to war, and then, it's hard. A part of me being upset was hard that, like, I gotta pick a side. You heard me? And I really don't want to. It's very different when two boogeymen cross each other, I'm telling you. And when you love them both, you don't want to see neither one of them lose. But what I love most about it is how they made both characters be removed from the supernatural part of some of it. How they made Jason seem human-like. If y'all ever seen the movie, in the back of the van, he's drowning in a dream that Freddy has him in. He's reliving his trauma that actually made him who he is. So his whole existence is being tested. And you think the boogeyman, he ain't dreaming? Like, mind blown. Even to take it a step farther, when they was trying to save him too, to help him beat Freddy, I was even on his side. I say, man, y'all better bring him back. Wake him up, do something. I can't believe Freddy was able to pull him into a dream and, like, use that against him. And then when he played as his mama too, detrimental. He pulled every heartstring Jason had. Sent that boy on a killing spree. Opening episode, whoosh, whoosh. He wasn't about playing with nothing. He wanted that smoke with Freddy. Wasn't about running a nut. Another thing I loved, how they removed the supernatural part for Freddy. How they pulled him out of a dream. This man been waking y'all up while y'all still sleep for years. Mind blown how that could ever happen. I never thought in a million years somebody would be able to pull Freddy out of a dream. Like, that's really taking your whole reality from you. You in the trenches now, bro. All that trick and trading, jumping from here, doing that. You a normal crackhead now, bro. Ain't no smoke coming from that. Like, they literally made you average. And I'm like, oh, all you got is your hand, and you gotta still be witty in your mind because you was witty in those dreams. When they did that to him and he had to fight Jason head up, I loved how they made him have a funny aspect still to him getting handled. You heard? Like, I love that part. That was crazy. But I'm still stuck in between, like, who do I root for at the end of the day? Both of my dogs is going crazy on each other. But overall, that is my second favorite best movie of spooky times, horror movies, anything Halloween, anything crazy. I'm telling you, that's number 2 for me. I loved it. Last but not least, on my top 3 movies, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the most recent one, the director, I don't know who you are. Sorry, didn't even look you up for the video. But you, sir, I'm telling you, a genius. This never even made it to the big stage. It's on Netflix, right? I scroll upon it by accident. The backstory, the realness to it, the relatable how it actually happened and what happened in Texas, I loved every second of it. And it wasn't even low budget, so I don't know why it never made it to the big TV screens and the films and everything like that. Maybe Netflix bought it before it actually went anywhere. But I'm telling you, if you ain't never seen the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you sleep. Swear to God, best movie ever. This man doesn't talk, right? Just like Jason, but it gives you that feel. You can feel his pain. You can feel a problem. You can feel everything that goes on that brings the Texas Chainsaw Massacre to life. I love that. Okay? That's my top 3. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode. Hopefully y'all have a great Friday the 13th. Please don't get caught in no alleys and don't look into any drains, you heard? Stay safe. I'm going to see y'all next week.